Well, let's hope that everything works correctly. Hey there. What's going on, everybody? It is Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as I jump on here to do this live stream. And how you doing today? Hope you all are having a good one whenever you're seeing this. If you're seeing it live, if you're seeing it later, hopefully it'll be a live stream that's worth checking out later. I say that. I said that with the last live stream that I did as well. And, you know, it is a little nerve-wracking jumping right into this. I've been on the go all morning long. And, yeah, I literally just got to the house. Haven't eaten nothing today. Story of my life. This used to be called Lunchtime with Joe. This used to be called Kicking the Bobo. It's still Kicking the Bobo. It's still Lunchtime with Joe. Joe just ain't got no damn lunch. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Lewis, what's going on with you for being number one up in here? That means something for real when you are number one up in here. Kyle, what's going on? Jake, shout out to you. Brian, I see you right there. Philly Dogs, Geneva, Freda, shout out to you. To the channel members of After Prison Show, thank you guys for being channel members. If you are a channel member, you've seen early access to today's video, which features a guy by the name of James. Big interview here. This guy did 15 years in prison. His prison experience is one that you definitely don't want to go through. We've only shared something that happened to James while he was in prison. One other time here on After Prison Show, something that people don't often talk about. But the video is called From Prison to Cambodia. This guy got out of prison and left the country. He's living over in Cambodia right now. And it's a really interesting story. So I hope you guys will check that out. That'll be coming today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, shout out to everybody taking the time. Worm, what's going on with you? I see you right there. Life follows. I see you right there. Stephanie, Redskin, Chris, hello. Hello to you guys. Man, it's been a crazy weekend. It's been a crazy start to the week, and I've titled this Monday, I'm Leaving Tomorrow. Yeah, man, I'm getting up out of here for a little while. Family vacation starts tomorrow. We haven't done anything in a long time, and we're getting away for a little bit. Going away for the week, going to Gulf Shores, Alabama, and looking forward to relaxing, even though I'll be working while we're down there. But I need some time to regroup and process and figure some things out, because there's a lot of things on the table right now. We just got to make the right moves with all of these things, and hopefully we're going to be able to do that. No kills, no damage. What's going on with you? Going to Alabama, man. Gulf Shores. It's a little vacation-y area, and need it. Need it desperately. All apologies. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being a channel member. So what's going on? Worm says he's not working today. Good for you. Good on you. I got up with Banky again today. I had a whole totally different idea of what I was going to do today. I was going to go get that prison cell. We were going to rent that for a couple of hours. I was going to try to bring the whole team out to do that. It just didn't work out. So wasn't able to do that. And we'll do it eventually. When I get back, we're going to hit the ground running. There'll be content while I'm gone. I might even film a little family vlog, do something. But, yeah. So, again, crazy weekend, crazy events taking place in the world. We went to, what did we do? We went to an event on Saturday, me and my wife and my son. We went to this taco fest in our local area. That was pretty cool. And then Saturday night, we went to a Sam Hunt concert. If you don't know about Sam Hunt concerts, yo, this dude gets sold out freaking shows, man. And it was a really good time while we were there. You know, my wife definitely needed it for all that she's been going through with the death of her brother. So that was a cool experience. And while we were there, you know, the situation happened with Trump getting shot, and, you know, I couldn't even believe that happened. That was such a unbelievable situation that took place. I've been seeing so much of it all over the internet. I got a lot of really interesting views on all of that. I'm not going to go into it. But, yo, that was a historical situation that took place with this, attempt to take this dude out that I see people making jokes about. And I'm like, wow, that is fucking insane, the world that we live in. Whether you rock with him or not, people are just taking to social media and making jokes about, I don't know. I saw it all over TikTok. They got the footage. Of course you're going to see that. That's the day and age that we live in. But whatever, man. Hey, crazy situation. Anyways, contractor says Alabama is humid as hell. Yeah, I ain't looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to the heat. I'm trying to stay my ass in some AC. I'm not getting in the water. I might get in the pool. I'll definitely get in the pool. But I ain't getting in no beach water at all. There's been way too many shark attacks that have been taking place in Florida. Well, actually, I don't know if they've been any shark attacks in Florida and down south. They've had a couple in Virginia Beach, as a matter of fact, recently. But what I have been seeing is a lot of people drowning, rip currents. Man, Joe ain't about to get in no ocean water, man. I ain't doing it. Ain't doing it at all. But yeah, shout out to everybody with their political views. I don't do the politics. I do got my own political views. I don't share mine. I just ain't that type of, I don't do it because, there's probably people that I have on the channel that maybe they're not that way. But some people probably know what my political views are, and that's okay. But I tell you a crazy thing about all of that was when it happened, we were at a concert. This is a moment in history that people are making a freaking mockery of, right? And I don't like that at all. But I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, Biden, he's definitely going to have to say something about this shit. And sure as shit, I think yesterday he did a State of the Union or an Oval Office national mentioning of this. But I didn't watch that. I knew that was going to happen. I mean, you ain't got no choice. I'll tell you the next thing that, my prediction, what's going to happen is Biden's going to drop out. He ain't got no choice. He got to go. And that's the only chance. They don't have a chance at all, but that's the only chance they got. So anyways, enough about all of that. Not going to go any further. So what else is going on? I honestly don't know. Shout out to the fact that I know I got some notes on this. I've been doing some shorts as of late. I've been testing a couple of new ways to do those. Shout out to everybody who's a part of the After Prison Show Discord as well. After Prison Show 2024, brand new Discord. Somebody had asked, Joe, what happened to the old Discord? Nothing. It's still there. But, I truly feel like a lot of the people who are part of that, they probably don't rock with After Prison Show anymore. So I wanted to start fresh. And doing so, we started this new Discord. Shout out to 27. If he's up in here, he's a new video editor that we've got. Awesome guy by the name of Zach. He reached out to me on a live stream. We began working together, and he's been helping out with a couple of videos, helping me with some shorts. Shout out to Grub Mud. If he shows up in here, he's killing it with the shorts. And on his concrete channel, I'm talking with people and just trying to figure out where we're going. And when I tell you we're going somewhere, we most certainly are. I guess what I can share with you is this past weekend, Banky went to a big event up in Richmond, which is our capital for Virginia. And there was an event that was held and hosted by a guy that did 50 years in prison. And what this was like a big picnic with a bunch of dudes that did a bunch of time in prison. And all of these people are doing well after prison. Some controversial stories were there as well. People that were questioned as to whether or not they should have been released on parole. And, we're trying to be able to feature some of these big stories. Some of them are a little skittish and a little reserved in terms of sharing their story because of the fact that their story was controversial. No Xavier Golden Tate. Let me go ahead and throw that out there. But again, this place and this event was a huge opportunity for Banky to reconnect with a lot of these guys that he knew from prison. I think he knew everybody who was there. And the potential to be introducing them on After Prison Show and his YouTube channel is definitely something that could be happening. But I get up with Banky today. We do some filming. Like I said, it wasn't my original idea. Like I said, we were going to go get the prison cell, but that idea kind of fell apart. But I get up with him. We do some filming, and we're talking about a lot of things that we're getting ready to try to put into motion together when I get back in town. And I was telling him, I said, you know what we need to do? We need to do one of those events down here. Let's host it ourselves. Let's film it. Let's make this event for the kids, right? Some kind of like a back to school drive or something like that, where we can get the news out here seeing what we got going on. Hey, here's a whole bunch of people who served a shitload of time in prison, and all of these dudes are coming together in the local area to try to help do a fundraiser or some sort of drive for like back to school. This could open a lot of doors. That segued into another idea. So that particular event that's kind of a pipe dream right this second, we're talking about maybe by the end of August, early September. Let's try to put that together. But let's do it in my city. My city is a city where there's a lot of negative, thoughts about. It's a violent city, a lot of shootings and a lot of troubles with the youth. But this guy Redmond, who you guys are going to be meeting soon via video, he's a big activist in this city. He's got a lot of connections. So if we can do it in my city, have Redmond there, have a bunch of powerhouse people at this event, this could open some doors to some bigger things. I'm not going to go any further with that because all of this is going to get even more pipe dreamish. But just know we got some big stuff in the works. And while I'm gone, I'm going to be putting a lot of legwork together, a lot of proposals together for what we're hoping to do all the way around the board. So I'll be doing emails and things like that. Anyways, I don't mean to bore you. Let me get up into these comments a little bit. John Zuck says 50 years in prison. Wow, can you imagine? I cannot. John, you should do some vertical live streams. I've heard that. I did some Instagram stories over the weekend from the concert that we went to. Hey man, it's hard for me to do that, man. It's like trying to write with your left hand if you're not left-handed. Like it's just different. It feels different, but maybe. Redskin Chris says the Bammer is bammering. You better bet it, man. Philly Dog says, come to Southwest Virginia. It's peaceful and quiet here. Southwest. There's some prisons out Southwest. I was actually at a prison in Southwest Virginia, a place called Halifax, a little road camp. And it was an all right little spot. If they would have gave you rec more, it would have been a great spot to be at. But yeah, Southwest Virginia. Shout out to Danville and Roanoke. I believe those are out that way as well, too. All right, let me see where we're going to go, man, because I don't really know. Like I said, I jumped on this thing immediately. Huh. I'm looking at Facebook right now. It's crazy that there's, oh, man, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Hey, what y'all want to talk about? Because Joe ain't got no idea where we're going right now. I thought I would have had some stuff saved, but I didn't. We'll find something. Just do me a favor and sit tight. I'll share something with you. I wish I could do reaction videos to episodes of Cops. I was watching Cops yesterday, and they had this high-speed chase in the middle of the night. Don't remember where it was. But anyways, when they finally caught the car, they were on like this deserted road, and there were two young ladies in the car. One girl was in the back seat. The other girl was in the passenger side. Mind you, by the time they get up on the cars, now all the police cars are conveying around the car that was in the high-speed chase. So I wish I could share this with you, but I can't because I'll get a copyright for doing so. I'll just tell you the story because it gave me some food for thought. Yo, people, the game has evolved. I think about times when I was in high-speed chases, and most of those were very short-lived before Joe was bailing. And it was Catch Me If You Can, and how many high-speed chases was I in? 2. One was by the police, one was by an ex-girlfriend. But the first one wasn't even a high-speed chase because I jumped out immediately, and I got away that time. Lost the vehicle. But this episode of Cops that I'm watching last night, you got these 2 young girls who were in the car by the time that the cops circle around the vehicle. And the girls got their hands up and they're crying and they're hysterical. And the police are like, put your hands up, put your hands up. And they're like, yo, the driver, he jumped out, he jumped out. So the cops are trying to get the dog ready. They're getting the dog ready to go sniff the driver's seat. Something that we used to do in prison, as a matter of fact, sniffing seats. Funny how that reminded me of that. Anyway, so the one cop who gets to the scene first is like, yo, I never saw anybody jump out of the car. So they're asking the girls, they were like, what did the driver look like? They were like, he's Mexican. You know, because I guess that's what you would say or some shit that's what they said. They were like, he was a Mexican guy. We don't even know. He just picked us up. He was taking us home. So the cop's like, yo, I didn't see anybody jump out of the car. Look how far up the driver's seat is. I think the girl in the back seat was driving the car. And I'm watching this and I'm like, damn, that's genius. If you can get away far enough before the cops actually get on the scene. See, what she should have done was she should have threw the driver's side door open. That way you would have at least had a chance at that story. But now they don't really know because now they're in this weird space where it's like, okay, did somebody actually jump out, or is there enough circumstantial evidence right here to say it was probably one of these girls who was driving the car? So they pull the girl out of the back seat. She's like insane the way that she's acting. She's saying all this. I wish I would have had this video clip. It was crazy. But long story short, they got to separate the girls because now they don't know. They don't even bother getting the dog to sniff the seat and go running. They're pretty sure they know that there was no other driver. It was one of these girls. So they break the 2 girls up and they're asking the other girl, hey, look, you know, you're about to go down for this. Yo, was your friend driving the car? And she's like, no, he was a Mexican. What did he look like? I don't know. Okay, look, you're going to jail. So they start shutting the door and then they kind of stop and they're like, one more chance. One more chance. Was your friend driving? Yeah, she was driving the car. Just that fast. Told on her friend. So then they go to the other girl and they're like, you know, because the cops, they're not going to play fair at all, right? They're going to go tell the other girl, whether you told or not. They're going to go tell your co-defendant, because that's what this is at this point, that you told. And, you know, the girl did legitimately tell. So they go to the other girl. She's in the backseat of the cop car. They're like, hey, bad news. Your friend told on you. We know you were driving the car. And this girl, she was young. She was only 18 years old. She was smart enough to go crazy right there in that moment. And she was like, I knew it. I knew it. She probably likes him. That's why she said I was driving the car. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're going to jail. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. No Country for Old Men says it's classic. It's either the Mexican or the black guy. You know, sad to say that that's what it is. Michael, shout out to you. Thank you for being a channel member. How's Dave doing? Dave is doing exceptional. Major shout out to Dave. I've talked with him quite a bit. So Dave literally just started a brand new job today that yours truly got for Dave. I don't like to do the accolades or the patting myself on the back, but let's just go ahead and give a round of applause. I wish I had a sound effect for that, for me. You see, because Dave was working in a sheet metal factory, making $20 an hour. He'd been there for 2 years. And it wasn't a guarantee that I could get him this job, but I got Dave a job where he's now a maintenance man at a property for a very good company, one of the best companies that I know of that at least takes care of their employees. Don't do shit for me as a painter or a contractor. Don't do nothing for me, but for their employees, I know they take care of them. So Dave literally just started a brand new job today, making $25 an hour. Free health care. Full benefits package, like all sorts of perks and bonuses that he's going to be able to get. Dave is also almost HVAC certified. So because of that, this company is going to help him become HVAC certified, which is going to be even more money for him. And the funny thing is, I was talking with him yesterday, and he said, hey, Friday was my last day at work. I put in my 2 weeks notice. He says, and one of the owners came to me and was like, damn, I heard you're leaving to go do HVAC work, which is basically what he'll be doing, a part of his job description as a maintenance man. They said, I wish we would have known that because we've got a whole HVAC department. And I said, you know what's funny about that, Dave, is they're telling you this now. You've been there for 2 years. And he said that to them. He was like, yeah, it's funny, I'm finding out about this now. And they were like, well, you just got to talk to the right people. How about the fact that your hard work is appreciated and noticed? Where does that ever come into play? Obviously it didn't. And, Dave got a good job now. So Dave is going up. Yes, he is. Playing indies, he's certainly going going up. Derek, what's going on with you? Yes, indeed. Salute, Gay Dave. I said salute to me, but we'll take the Gay Dave one. Hey, Justin Maxfield, what's going on with you? Your name sounds eerily familiar to me. I'm trying to place it why I know it. There was a comment that I wanted to respond to. Somebody said something about sniffing seats in prison with a question mark. I guess you probably didn't hear that story from a long time ago here. I will share it again. I even made a cartoon about it. It's somewhere on the internet. But, hey, shout out to Cambodia right there. I see I got an interview coming today with a guy from Cambodia. 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Not sure what time it is right there. Oh, yeah, sniffing seats in prison, man. You know, I was at level 1s and level 2s. The highest prison I was ever at was a receiving unit, which was level 1 through 5. That was the most dangerous place that I was ever at. Even though, while at a level 1 road camp, I did see somebody get chased around the basement, up into the housing unit, out the door, onto the rec yard with a big piece of steel. I guess it was a sword. I can't remember where this came from. It came from the laundry department. And I mean, this person had been down for 25 years, you know, was having some issues with some little whippersnapper like me. It wasn't me, who was just running their mouth, not knowing who they were talking to and the amount of time that this person had done. And, you know, just because somebody's at a level 1, don't think for a second that you got to keep in mind, they could have been down for a very long time and they've just worked their way down to a level 1. But, you know, some of these guys who have been down for that amount of time, when they get to a level 1, they realize that's not where they want to be at. And they got no problem going back up to the higher level. So I share that with you because, you know, even though a level 1 is sweet and the violence usually isn't as severe as it is at the higher level institutions, don't think for a second that it don't go down. Because there's dudes who have been down and still live by that legitimate convict code, which is fuck around and find out. Justin, thank you for letting me know. I drew a picture for you and your son. I remember now. And forgive me because my mind was going in a different direction, but shout out to you for being up in here. But anyways, back to sniffing chairs because, you know, Joe gets a little sidetracked. At the level 2 is where that happened at. That was the first time I'd ever seen it. Did I partake in any sniffing of chairs? I did not. And when I seen dudes doing it, I really questioned what they were in here for. But I'll never forget this. I saw it a couple of different times. And anytime somebody would do it, you know, they try to laugh it off like, I'm just kidding. But nah, they legitimately hitting that joint like it's a key bump, okay? I'll never forget this. We were sitting in a place called Smith Hall. That was an auxiliary building at Indian Creek where groups used to take place at. Counseling sessions, Thinking for a Change was one of those type of groups. They even let prisoners create their own groups in there. I'll never forget, we had a rap group. We had an art class. We were at this building. It's a bunch of classrooms. It almost looks like a school. And, you know, prisoners really had a lot of free reign in there, too. You could come and go as you pleased for the most part. You got a guard stationed at the front. You know, you got to have a pass or you got to have an important job and be recognized as having that important job to, you know, come and go freely there. But anyways, we were in this group. It was Thinking for a Change, if I can remember correctly. And it was like 10 prisoners, myself included, and a female counselor who was, you know, relatively attractive. No disrespect to my wife. Just trying to paint this picture for you. They had a lot of young, attractive women who worked at this prison. This was like a stepping stone for you to go somewhere else. You were either going to go on to become a behavioral health specialist, or you were going to get pregnant by a prisoner. Like, one of the two things were going to happen. You were going to get walked off the prison. We're doing this group. And it was hot as shit this day. The AC was not working. Everybody's sweating. We're all sitting in close proximity. And everybody wants to sit as close as they possibly can to the female counselor. But we're all sitting in this little circle jerk. And it was hot. And the counselor was like, yo, man, I'm going to go try to find out about this air conditioning. So she gets up and she walks out, and literally as soon as she got up and walked out, like some prisoner, I can't remember who it was, just grabbed her chair and put that joint completely up to their face. They literally like tried to put their face through the chair, sniffing this money. And I don't know what they were going to take that information and do with. Of course I did, you know. They were going to go on a prison date to whatever that potential smell was. You don't know if that chick farted before she got up and left. And it wouldn't even have mattered. That probably would have only intensified the endorphins at that point. And matter of fact, sharing this story with y'all for the second time, because I did a video about this a long time ago, it makes me question whether or not she did, in fact, fart before getting up. She probably shit her pants, got up like, hey, I'm about to go check on this AC. And by her getting up, you know, hey, she just did a drive-by. Like, it could have potentially been that. Again, I don't know, but I can't recall whether the smell of fecal matter was in the air or not. But what I do remember was watching this super suspect prisoner sniffing the color out of this chair, a little plastic chair. And I'm sitting here absolutely appalled. I'm like, God damn, is it really that bad? Like, you know, dudes were having full-on relationships with these girls. You know, so it wasn't out of the wheelhouse to think that you couldn't pull anybody there, because there were a lot of inmate.com prison grapevine rumors going around about who was doing what with who, prisoner, staff member. But anyways, when I saw this dude sniff this chair, man, I was perplexed. And again, looking at this guy, I'm thinking to myself, what are you actually incarcerated for? Because this shit seems like very suspect behavior. You know. Steve the Rican, what did I just walk into? Boy, hey, we're just doing a little throwback story right there. War Criminal, what's going on with you, brother? Shout out to you. I'm seeing you up in here. Hey, man, let's have a conversation soon. I hope everything's going well with you, and much respect to you, man. It's been a while since I've talked with you, but glad to have you up in here, man. Hope it ain't too hot where you are. I know you're in Arizona, and hope roofing is going well. Yeah, man, you know, sniffing chairs. That wouldn't be the first time that I saw that neither. So I would see it a couple of other times. And I guess it was just the thing to do. You know, you take that information that's stored in your memory. Okay, that smelled like shit, but that's okay. A back shower, who got next? Bada bing, bada boom. You got you a prison date right there. That's how that's put together. Hey, you got an extra rubber glove I can borrow? Can I borrow that spare mattress right there? Fold that money in half, tie a sheet around that. Now I got me a set of cheeks that I could take into the shower. I never saw anybody do that. But I did hear rumors of dudes who were smashing mattresses. You know, shout out to you, War Criminal. Glad to hear it. Yeah, man. Shit's wild, man. It's a whole totally different world up in there. So again, to whoever was asking me about sniffing chairs, I can't even imagine what dudes are doing in there now. You know, things evolve in prison. I'm a part of a Facebook group that I cannot disclose at this point because miraculously I haven't been kicked out of here yet. It was about dating a prisoner, right? And I was going to try to like utilize this for content. I've shared a little bit of it doing these bobos here. But what it's really become now, it's all women who are posting pictures that they're trying to send to their man who's locked up through the technology that's now in the prison, because you can't send a letter. I mean, stationary. It's got to be digital at this point. So what they're doing is they're taking these pictures and they're photoshopping them, and they'll make it look like a collage. And if you zoom in, the shots are in the pictures. It is absolutely ingenious what's going on here. But somebody had made a post recently and was like, are there men in this group? And I'm sitting here on the low watching this like, oh shit, I'm about to get booted. But man, I've seen some wild ass pictures, man. That shit's like just crazy, I was going to try to get some of these women to share their stories about dating prisoners, because a lot of it also is women talking about, problems that they're having with their prisoner. He wants too much money, this or that. I wanted to do like a little, like a Steve Wilkos type of a thing. I don't know. Hey, Real Prison Talk, what's going on with you? Shout out to you for the donation right there. Humble support from another returning citizen. Man, that's what it is, man. I appreciate that. Going to heart that money right there. I'm going to check you out too, man. See what you got going on. Y'all check him out. Real Prison Talk with, I can't see what your full username is. It's not showing me that. What else can we talk about? Good luck, Gopher. Just say Joe is short for Josephine and keep it what? Where did that come from? Hey, shout out to Jacob Gentry up in here as well. Jacob's Ladder. What's going on with you, brother? Special shout out to you, man. We got War Criminal up in here. We got Jacob Gentry up in here. Man, and this is why I wish I had this other freaking camera hooked up. When I get back, the Bobo is going somewhere. Okay? I love doing this with y'all, but we about to do even more with this. We're going to be doing video calls with people while we're doing the Bobo. And it could be anybody who wants to get on. Jacob Gentry, if he wants to get on while he's at work, because I know he's at work while we're doing this. Real Prison Talk, we get that person on. War Criminal, we get him on. He's probably on a roof right now, sweating his nuts off. But I want to do this video call-in shit. We used to do the burner phone and have people calling in for that. But if we could do a video chat and do this like Drewski, okay? That's where the inspiration for this is coming from. RC says, Joey girl, what in the hell is going on in this chat? Down the toilet talk. The toilet's no longer in here. It's in my yard. It needs to actually get up out of here. The shed's not big enough for everything that we were doing up in here. And, man, I'm going to go ahead and detour because I know my mind's trying to take me to a certain conversation, but I can't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and detour and talk about something else. Yeah, man, shout out to Jacob Gentry, man. Hey, Jacob, did the interview ever come out with, what the hell was, the True Crimes podcast guy? I was looking for that. I haven't seen that yet. What's going on with that? I'd be curious. I really want to see that. What else? Norfolk, I can't pronounce your name. I thought it was going to say Norfolk, like where I'm from. But Alma Truck, I could say that part of it. Did you see a lot of Muslims in jail and prison? Absolutely. You know, dudes take religion super serious. And the Muslim religion especially. And I'm not saying all of them, because you got dudes who are faking the funk everywhere with everything. Not saying everybody's doing that, but no matter what it is, whether it's a gang, a set, a religious circle, The Muslims are usually the most serious people. You know, these guys are dressed to the nines, shirts buttoned up, pants cuffs rolled up, boots shining. Like, these dudes are about their religious beliefs. And yeah, I saw plenty of them. So I definitely saw plenty of them. Jonathan, what's going on with you? Shout out to you for the donation right there. Joe, found a way back on the I ate the toothpaste to survive video. I was an addict, 3 years clean now. Always loved the help that you gave. Love you, Joe. Jonathan, a very special shout out to you for your sobriety, 3 years. That's something to definitely be proud of. The How I Ate Toothpaste to Survive prison video was a major throwback right there. And that was absolutely the truth. When I was in isolation for 2 months, that was the longest that I ever spent in the hole. But man, when I was in there for that, you know, you can't eat because all you're getting are trays. If you don't know anybody, you ain't getting no double ups. And you were seeing dudes who were getting extra trays. And if you ain't getting extra trays, that sucks. I had one guard who was really cool with me, who did look out for me a time or two when I was back there. But, you know, there's plenty of times when your stomach's touching your back and you ain't got shit but some water from that sink and toothpaste. Toothpaste was a survival tool that I used to try to kill the hunger pains. I was also scared of fluorine, fluoride poisoning. But, you know, back during that time, man, hey, you're doing what you got to do to survive. Evan Almighty says, what happened to Tom Ferry? I have no idea. Did something happen to him? Because if you're asking me if something happened to him, I don't know. I haven't talked to Tom in a while. I know that Tom did a video. I saw this video, and I haven't talked to him since, where he had made a comment saying that he had to cut some people off because his, what did he say? His integrity was questioned. I don't think that's directed at me. I haven't talked to him in a while. As far as I know, nothing has happened between us. If you're talking about something that, okay, here we go. Freda says, hey, Joe, is Tom upset with you? Whew. I don't know. I can tell you like this. I can tell you like this. Tom has absolutely zero reason to be upset with me. And no, he should not be upset with me. I can't think of one reason why he would be upset with me. Now, don't get me wrong. We haven't talked we're going on 3 weeks now. I thought about giving him a call today. I did see his last video that he put up where he was talking about going and doing some flooring work. I did see that video. I saw that he said that he wasn't living at the house that he was living at. But no, Tom should have absolutely no reason to be upset with me. Look, I told y'all when I came back, I was going to do it different. And I am standing on that. There have been, you know, some things, and I'm not saying about Tom, but, you know, who knows? There's been some things that have, you know, taken place that have caused me to question my own integrity. And I hate to say it like that. And that's all I'm going to say in relation to that. Now, let me tell you this. I've had some conversations, some really deep conversations with some people. Okay? I'm going to beat around the bush, and I'm not going to say a whole lot. But I want to say this. I've had some conversation with some people, some fans. Well, one fan. And, you know, some people. And I've had to ask myself some hard questions, like, what am I doing? Okay? Because I've reached a point where I'm realizing that I'm questioning my own integrity. So I'm going to leave it with that, and all I'm going to say is this. There's only two ways. Well, there's three ways, actually. There's three ways that we go from here. Or maybe there's only two. There's one way where we just continue the course that we're going. There's another way where, potentially in the end, fucking God, Joe ends up looking like a bad guy. Oh, it's all Joe's fault. Oh, look at what Joe's done now. Joe always cuts everybody off. Where was I going with that thought? I was reading some comments on that video from Tom's video, as a matter of fact, where they were like, good on you, Tom. Good for you for cutting Joe off before he could cut you off. I read a comment on one of my videos. Somebody said, where's Tom at? Oh, look at Joe. Joe got what he needed out of Tom, and now he's moved on. No, let me share this information with you right now. I have extended the opportunity to a lot of people to be a part of something positive, productive, and bigger than all of us. Bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than all of us. The future of After Prison Show, that's what I'm looking at. Like, could this be something bigger, something better, and go in a direction that still focuses on the prison genre, but takes it in a different, better direction? And now I forgot where I was going with that. So the point of the matter is this. I said that I was going to do things totally different this time, and I am. I've learned from the past. If there was ever drama, and I'm not saying that there is, if there was ever drama, what would I do with that? Well, I'll tell you what I won't do. I won't air that drama. I won't make it a freaking spectacle, because I'm too old for that. I got a son to think about. Like, I want to show growth. If I made mistakes in my past with the way that I handled people who were part of After Prison Show, then let me show growth for that, for nobody else other than myself and my son especially. But again, I'm not saying that there is drama, but if there was drama, how would I handle that? And I guess the only way that would even work for me to stand on my principle of going to do it different is for me to just say, I've had to rethink everything that I'm doing, come at it from a totally different approach, and move forward, somewhat solo. And if that paints me as the bad guy, oh, look at Joe, he'll cut you off, you get what he need out of you, and then he's done with you, well, then so be it. But again, that's just a hypothetical conversation. So, moving on. David and Francis, spit it out, Joe. There ain't nothing to spit out. I'm just simply saying, there's been a lot of comments about where's Tom, where's this person, where's that person. Like, I'm not particularly looking to keep feeding that, okay? Boom, here's the video. Here's Tom right here. He's right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Tom's busy. Tom's got his YouTube channel. There's a lot of people who are watching his YouTube channel. If Tom wants to be a part of After Prison Show, he knows he's a part of After Prison Show. That's it. If anybody else, same situation. But I cannot, because I got so much shit that I'm trying to do, I cannot keep trying to seek out people who are not, like, I don't have time to keep going around in circles with that. Easiest way I can say it. If you want to be a part of After Prison Show, show me you want to be a part of After Prison Show. That's all I can say. Okay? And that's it. Kudos to everybody. All love, no drama. We've doing our thing. Real Prison Talk with Tommy. That's your username. I'm seeing you right there. Joe, how can I contact you? I got an email. It's the best way to contact me. I'm going to give you that right now. Is my chat thing working? Oh, my God. What did I just do? Thought I might have ended the stream. Let's see if any of this is working. There's my little chat, my little night bot. That guy's not working. Bingo, there it is. Hey, man, show some love for the stream, y'all. Hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. It would be greatly appreciated. I hope what I was sharing made sense and doesn't make you feel like, oh, there's definitely something going on. Because there's not. If you want to become a member of After Prison Show, there's how you do so. I thought I had one that had my email on it. I don't. Tommy, send me an email. And I'm trying to learn to grow and do things differently. You know, collaborate, do things that would be beneficial to everybody. Boom, that's my email right there. Send me an email. What we got right here? D. Hartgrove says, bruh, I don't know what you're going with right there. Let me get up into these comments. Cloud says, drama is not good for this channel. There will not be any drama. I refuse to have it. And that's all there is. War criminal. Personal integrity is different depending on the individuals. Boy, you could not have said a more powerful statement right there, brother. You're right. You're right. Starboard says, confidence Joe, get some. Wow, I'd sure like to whistle his pickle. What the fuck do you mean by that? Confidence? You let some people tell, I got too much confidence. Alan, what's going on with you, man? Been a huge fan since 2017. Love the content. Appreciate you being up in here, man. We are doing a lot of things, a lot of big content already filmed, working to get that put together and trying to make it 2024 the year of the, reviving After Prison Show as much as possibly possible. Chaz Frog says, whistle his pickle. You ever seen that kid on TikTok who does that? He goes up to the people. Wow, sir. I'd sure like to, and then they're like, what did you say? It's all for, I think it's all skits. Redskin Chris, shout out to you, brother. Look, I'm going to tell you, we got a big video coming today while I got you here, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not sure if you're going to get a notification for it, and son of a gun. Hey, if anybody's in here from the Discord, could y'all share a link to the Discord? Because, sometimes YouTube notifications don't really work so well. But we got a big video coming today. A guy by the name of James. James served 15 years in prison throughout the course of his life, not in one straight bid. But this guy went through some things in prison that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And then when he got released from prison, he was doing time in Ohio. That's where he's from. This guy moved to Cambodia, okay? I'm doing an interview with a guy in Cambodia. And when I tell you, the cost of living in Cambodia got me ready to pack up everything. Big video coming. If you enjoyed the video that did numbers here lately, the interview with the young fan, David, the guy that did, that's facing the 4 years, I'm looking to get an update with him when I come back from vacation. But if you enjoyed that video, this guy, James, has a similar situation in regards to the fact that he is also schizophrenic. He shares about what it's like to be schizophrenic. What does schizophrenia even do to you? And by the fact that this dude is over in Cambodia, how readily available is any medication that you may need? Alexa says, Cambodia is a nice country. I'm probably going to catch hell for it because I said to him, dude, I thought Cambodia was like canoes in the Amazon jungle and the Nile River and shit. Like, I ain't even know Cambodia was, I don't know anything, you know what I mean? But he told me he lives in a city the size of Atlanta in Cambodia, and I've got pictures and videos from Facebook Messenger that he sent me of his life over there. This dude gets $1,500 a month to live on. In the United States, you could not survive on that. This dude's living like a king in Cambodia on $1,500 a month. It's definitely a video worth checking out. And I hope that you guys will show out and show up. Sean Little says, confidence while he's holding a conference. I'm sure you were just messing with me. I'm trying to go back to see if you had any, if you said anything else in regards to that. But, D. Hartgrove says, I'm running all APS fades for Joe, so let's get it. I appreciate that. There's a guy that's doing these videos on Instagram and TikTok where he's going around offering fades. I thought it was haircuts at first. I guess it means ass whoopings. But yeah, that's what he's doing. Derek says, moderate me, Joe. I'd be honored. I'll definitely take it into consideration. I need to, you know what? Man, you've been with me for years, man. You know what? Let me make you a moderator. Add as a moderator. Bing bong. Derek, you're a moderator now, man. Hey, Redskin Chris, a very special shout out to you for that gift membership right there, William, with the gift membership. Highland Winnie, I saw your email too. I didn't get a chance to respond to that. I need to go back and look at that. Southern Life, what's going on with you? Shout out to you. My fear of booty bandits has kept me free my whole life, bro. I don't want to make any jokes about it, but it's very unfortunate that this video I've got coming up today, this guy James actually shares something very serious in relation to what you just mentioned right there. Jake says, how's your physical and mental health, Joe? Just checking in, big dog. Not good. Fucking not good, man. That's why I'm going on this vacation and hoping that that's going to help me out. I do enjoy getting back to the videos. It gives me a lot of hope that, you know, maybe the channel picks back up again. It just gives me something to focus on. It's the one thing that I feel like I'm really good at. I've done some really good things with this. So that does help me out quite a bit, but I go through some funks, man. And I try to pick myself up out of those funks as quickly as possible. And you know what picks me up out of those funks no matter what I'm going through? Man, I could be feeling like the bottom of your shoe. Because some days I am feeling like that. I was just feeling like that recently, and I can't even remember why. But the one thing that picks me up out of that funk immediately is as soon as my son comes running up to me smiling because he ain't got a care in the world. And as soon as I see that, man, my whole demeanor changes. Ain't nothing I'm going through, it don't even matter, because the only thing that matters and the only thing that brings me the absolute pure joy is looking at that little boy and wanting for him so much better than, you know, for me. You know, I want him to grow up and live a life so much better than mine. And that is my biggest stay okay. Stay okay. David and France says binge drinking. Probably on the vacation, I'm going to try to. Not even going to lie to you, man. You know, it's a vacation for God's sakes. But I don't drink like that. You know, I drink as much as I can within reason. Okay. Got a son, you know, I can't be getting smashed and obliterated. So that never really works out for me. But on vacation, because we're going to be around family, man, hey, let Joe just unwind for a little bit. Maybe I'll go live. Hey, what up? Who you voting for? Let's talk about it. Isaiah, what's going on with you? Shout out to you for that donation right there. It's crazy to think that I've been watching since 7th grade, turning 21 this year. Let me tell you how meaningful comments like that are. I see comments like what you just shared right there, Isaiah. And, man, thanks for still being with me, man, or coming back to check us out. I see comments from people who say I started watching you when I was in college and now I'm this. I see people who say I was in school watching you and now I'm grown. I see comments from people who say, damn, Joe, what happened? Damn, you look old now. Man, I've been doing this shit for 7 years. I did my whole prison bid all over again on the internet. And let me tell you something. Man, if you think prison is a tough place to be at, man, try having your whole life on the internet. where everything that you say, the next word that comes out of my mouth could be the end of me. It's just like being in prison. Like I said, I literally did my entire prison bid again on the internet. And the crazy thing about it is, in prison, man, I ain't have a care in the world for real. I was living, my wife asked me this from time to time. She says, do you ever wish you were in prison? Shit. I mean, aside from you and my son, man, sometimes, man, I wouldn't mind going back for a little while, kick back with my feet up. It could be a power move. Look at Jay Williams. You know, no disrespect to him and whatever's going on with his situation for why he's there, because I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he's getting ready to come home again and come home soon. Man, that was the power move to make right there. But doing my whole bid over again in the free world, man, hey, this joint done aged me. The internet will age you. Prison will preserve you. The internet will destroy you. It can. It certainly can. William, thank you for the vote of confidence right there, saying gray, not old. I'm even losing my freaking hair. Nobody in my family is going bald. I got a freaking little bald spot going on. So if you ever wonder what's going on with this little poof right here, Joe trying to cover some things up, man. Chaz Frog, thank you for putting that Discord link. Oh shit, you probably can't freaking post it. I don't think it's able to do the links. Damn it, man. And I'm not signed into it on this computer, I don't think, man. I want everybody to come be a part of this Discord, man. We're going to have a nice little community over there. Yeah, I ain't even logged in, man. Hey, could somebody send me a message on Facebook or something with the Discord link so I could post that joint? Cody! Ice Cold 87 says, I went through those same thoughts of missing being in prison. As much as that sounds crazy, those thoughts left when I left America. Oh yeah, you did say that you're over in Cambodia. Ice Cold, are you James? I'm wondering if that's you. Derek, what's going on? Hey Joe, not to do your own horn, but I was on the bus earlier today in Rochester, New York, and somebody was watching your videos. I just happened to look over and was like, oh my goodness, that's you. Man, that's pretty awesome, man. You know, it's funny when people would come up and recognize me in public, and it's been a long time since that, but even during the highlight of After Prison Show, the year 2017, when people would come up and recognize me, they would be kind of fascinated seeing me sometimes. And they'd be like, damn, man, that's Joe. That's Joe. And I'm like, yo, man, I am nobody, man. I'm just like you. I am nobody. I got, but I always appreciated meeting people. And it's funny, I think Banky shared this in a video that we did sometime. He says that when he leaves Virginia, he gets recognized even more. And it's so crazy to think that, like, when I go to Florida or when I go to Florida, because that's really all I ever go to, people would recognize me even more. But, man, awesome for sharing that. I appreciate that. There you go, Ice Cold. Yes, I'm James. Hey, shout out to James, this Ice Cold 87 person right here. This is who the video is coming with today. James, real quick, what are your thoughts on that video? Did you like it? And I know that you did because you sent me a message about it. Southern Life, I got recognized in Connecticut. I only got 150K subs. Man, subs don't matter anymore. And 150,000 subs is nothing to shake a stick at. You know, that's definitely something to be proud of, man. All right, so here's the deal. We got a video coming today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called From Prison to Cambodia, James' story. James is in the chat right this second. I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to get packed for tomorrow, and I got to eat something, man. I'm starving. I haven't eaten nothing at all today. I want to let everybody know this. You know, all is well, and I'm going to keep all well. I know I was talking like a lot of riddles earlier because, you know, I get these comments all the time of where this person's at, where that person's at. And as soon as they're not around for a little bit of time, and then, you know, I guess it didn't help the video that Tom did where he said what he said. But, okay, perfect. Let me get that Discord link right there. Ghetto God, I appreciate that. Gonna get that joint right now. Come on, man. Oh, that was a story I could have shared with y'all. Gotcha. Appreciate you, man. You the man. Oh, wait, I didn't want to delete chat. I want to. Thank you. Bingo. Appreciate you sending that. Let me copy that link address. Folks, if you'd like to join the After Prison Show 2024 Discord, shout out to Ghetto God for getting me that link right there. Bing bong. There's the link right there. Let's just spam that money, right? I wonder if I can get timed out. That would be cool. How do you spam the chat? I guess you just keep copy and pasting. I'll just do it twice. I ain't gonna mess y'all up with that. Let me share a story with you real quick before I get up out of here. Here's one that's interesting for you. I get a message from a guy. This might actually cause some drama, so I'm going to be careful how I do this. I get a message from a guy that I did a video about years ago. Probably like 5 years ago, I did a video about this guy. This guy's in prison. I can't remember what the video was about. Something about, I want to say it was in relation to him having a cell phone while in prison. And I did a video about him. Can't remember what happened with him. Can't even remember why it was such a popular story, but it was a very popular story when I did the video about him. A while later, I can't remember how long, this guy would actually reach out to me because, you know, he was able to reach out to me. And we began to talk. And then I took a break from YouTube, and he was messaging me a bunch during my break, but I wasn't responding because I wasn't doing anything with YouTube. Well, he would message me over the weekend, and I guess we would begin to talk. That's the best way that I can say that. And, you know, this guy's got some ideas that, you know, he was interested in and, you know, possibly working with me some kind of a way. But you got to understand, dude's locked up. So, you know, we would have to do this in some kind of a way where this would work. So I'm presenting some ideas and, you know, he's presenting some ideas. And I don't honestly think we were coming together. And then, you know, we just stopped talking. But, yeah, it was an interesting idea because what I was thinking about doing was, what if on the Bobo, I'm able to do videos with y'all, right? So y'all are in here. Hey, if y'all want to share something on the, I can see this going bad. So, because there's no way to really screen that, right? This might be a horrible idea. But, you know, think about people like War Criminal and Jacob Gentry, like people that we know. You know, we could be doing follow-ups with them. Hey, we could call Tom. We could do a video chat with Tom on the live stream. Hey, see, I told you everything's okay, you know, whatever. But I was thinking, what if we could get people from inside the prison that we were doing on the live stream? See, we can't do video visits anymore because Joe's banned. But what if, man, we were able to have people calling in from the prison? I'd sure like to whistle his Peter, sir. I mean, that joint right there, hey, I just gave away a gold mine of an idea. Gold mine. We're going to make it happen. As soon as I get back, and whether it's with this guy that I was talking with over the weekend or anybody else, you know, because people are so brazen nowadays with these cell phones in prison. You know, let's get them on the show. Fuck it. Let's do an interview. Hey, who am I talking with? Lil Duke Stain. Cool. Not going to ask any questions about the bandana tied around your face. I understand we need to protect your identity. You know, what's it like for you in there? What if the interview went bad, though? What if we got to like arguing? Oh, man. Raider for Life says, how did you manage to get banned from the prison visits? Well, you know, I don't know. Probably didn't have anything to do with the fact that I was, fishing, literally just messaging randos, engaging in a video visit with them that was recorded, and then posting that shit all over the internet. I don't think it had anything to do with that. I am absolutely banned. My IP is banned. I can't even use a damn ham sandwich. What you call that joint? A VPN. Because now you got to upload a picture of your photo ID. And as soon as they see that photo ID and that joint say J Money, they're going to be like, oh, hell no. We ain't about to let this guy up in there. Hey, Southern Life, shout out to you for swinging through here. I'm probably getting ready to wrap this thing up. Chucky, what's going on? You don't want to get banned on YouTube. If they do or say something crazy stuff, just be careful. You're right, and that's the thing that we would have to try to, we would have to have somebody right there ready to hit that button. Like, shut it down. Shut it down immediately. I guess that would be me. Marco says, interview Gem K, a YouTuber currently in prison. That would be great. I want to say that name sounds familiar, but I don't know why. I've been hearing all sorts of names lately, and I don't know why that sounds familiar to me. Gimpwalk says, where are those videos, Joe? The random stranger. Oh, shit, my camera just died. Folks, I got to go ahead and wrap this thing up because my camera literally just died on me. So you're probably not seeing me. You might be hearing me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hey, thank you for taking the time. I've never had this happen before. This is so embarrassing. Camera died. I will talk with you guys again real soon. And again, new video today, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. And until next time,